This is where we left in the previous video by creating a post. In this video, we are going to improve user experience by displaying loading, error, and success. And React Query make it pretty easy to do that. As you can see inside the dev tool, if I click on the mutation, we have this state: post, pending, success, and error. And this one gives us insight about our request. If I go ahead and create a new post for React, and let me say some content. If I hit create, as you can see, we saw pending 1 and now we got success 1 and no error. But if I shut down the server and if I try again, as you can see, we got 1 error. If I click on the error, as you can see, this is the error state. Alright, so we are going to take these ones and display it accordingly. I believe at this point you are appreciating what React Query is going to do for us and what it is doing for us. So let's get back to the component and let me run the server. For the meantime, let me leave it as it is and let's go ahead and display that. Remember, we have access to these properties, and that is post, pending, success, and others on a property called post mutation from use mutation. And we are console logging the post mutation down here. So if we check the console, let me open my browser console and let me clear it and create again. And now this is the response from the mutation. Let me position my console below it as that. And if I click on that, as you can see, we have the content, data is undefined, and error. And error, we have this property, and we have is error true, is idle, is pause, is pending, is success. Alright, so if I check inside the error, we have the code as error network, meaning our server is not working. And we have the actual message on the message called network error. And we are going to display this. Likewise, these guys to show that indeed everything is working fine. Now, let me run the server and let me clear it and try again. This time around on the mutation, we have the actual data on the data property here as post created successfully, and this is the actual post. And if I scroll down, we have is error is set to false, idle, and then success is true. So we can base on these ones to display some loading or success. So let's get into it. So over here, I will say get loading state. And then it's going to be const is loading is equal to post mutation dot is pending rather. So let me say is pending, same as is loading. And then we're gonna have for is error. And here I will say is error, and then access the is error property, and we're gonna have success as a success, and then I will say a success, and then have the actual error as, let me duplicate this and send this one up here, and I will say actual error here. Alright, and have the error here. As you can see, we are not managing all these states. It's given to us by React Query. So up here we are going to make some condition, and that is if it is pending. Let me change this one to is pending or is loading. Then we are going to display p tag and we will say loading. Let me duplicate that for a success, and we will say that post created successfully. And then let's also display the actual error, and that is in case we have an error, and that is error. Then we are going to display the error message, which is error.message, as you saw in the console. Now let's see. As you can see, we have post created successfully. But if I refresh the page and let me enter something here, as you can see, we saw loading and we got post created. But if I shut down the server and try again, as you can see, we got network error.